Hi, friends and my students. Welcome to the English Lovers by Hannity. In this video, we're going to talk about imperative sentences, and mostly we're going to talk about how to change imperative sentences in in the direct and indirect speech. Like when we do the narration, when we write two dialogues in the direct or the indirect form, how do we deal with the imperative sentences? In a sense, you should know this thing. When we write imperative sentence in the reported speech, or we say actual speech, how can we change that into the indirect speech? That's what we're gonna learn through this video. Yeah, as you can see on the screen, what we're gonna do is we're gonna know that how to change imperative sentence in the concept of the direct and indirect speech. Okay. I'll give you the examples for the same too, don't worry about it. Then we're going to talk about, in this particular video we're going to talk about the points to remember while changing from the direct to indirect speech for imperative. Okay, definitely we're going to talk about that at length in this particular video, and rest of the things, like if you want to have that in the PDF form, I have created the PDF form of the answers of the same. I'll provide you that one also. Okay. This message is for the students of Mount Carmel School, who are my students. Okay, I'll give you the PDF form of that same answers, but for the rest of the people and the rest of the students around other around this country, like who are having the same sort of exercises, and then definitely I'll make the videos for all of them. Okay, I'll cover up all the questions in the four sections each, like four questions would be in each of the section. Okay. And you will get the answers and the explanation for the answers for the same, like that. Okay, I'll give you two examples in this video, and how we're gonna deal with it. Okay, in the rest of the videos. Okay, so how the videos are going to be prepared, like we're gonna have four questions each. I have already explained that thing, and the last two questions would be handled in the last video, and the whole of the thing would be covered up in 5 to 6 videos. That's it. Okay, so there would be 6 videos including this introductory video. So let's move with that. Yeah, here you can see that while dealing with the commands and the request in the case of the imperative, what we do is, like when we deal with the commands and the requests, we should know that first of all, what is imperative. Imperative is a sort of sentence which includes the command, which includes the request, and which includes the advice too, or a suggestion in a sense. Okay, so when we command somebody, when we request somebody, when we advise somebody, we make an imperative sentence. And what's the first point that you need to remember about it, like the points to remember? The first point, very important point, is reporting verb is changed into the verb denoting command, request and advice. And what are those changed form given here, like how can we change them? Okay, like if there is a request, if there is an order, if there is written word tell, advise, beseech, threaten, beg, ask, implore, which is also means request, and command, forbid, or forbid is actually when we deny somebody. Okay, propose is going to be used when there is an object after the verb. Otherwise we can't use the this verb if there is no object after that. That means when propose is getting used, it should have an object after that one, the way reporting verb used to carry one object with it. Okay, then these are the sorts of verbs that you can use for it. But basically what we do is we use order, request, advice, something like that. But I think we can change. We definitely can use ask also. We can definitely use order also, depending upon the mood of the person that who is speaking the statement. Depending upon the mood of the person, we can use any of the reporting verb when it gets changed into the indirect speech. These are change the form of verbs given over there, but you have to use the second form of verb for the same. You can't use request, requested. It should become, if the reporting verb in the direct speech is given in the present form, then definitely it would remain the same. If it is given in the past form, it would take ed or something like, whichever is the usual method to change the form of verb from one form, sorry, first form of verb to the second form of verb. So accordingly that we have to do. Then we know that the tense of the reported speech will definitely change only when we have the reporting verb in the past form. So accordingly that you have to keep that thing in the mind too. Okay, so if the rest of the options we'll talk about, like if there is a suggestion, if we got a suggestion in the imperative form or advice is given there, including command or request, should change into the to infinitive mode. That what exactly it means is, like, the imperative mode, I'll write in the short, imperative mode will change into the infinitive mode. Okay, like when, what is imperative mode? If it is given in the simple way, like for example, if I say open the door, okay, if I just ask somebody to open the door, then what did I do? Like I ordered the person to open the door. So when I say open the door, it's very simple one, we can understand that one. But when we want to join two sentences, what conjunction is to be used? It depends upon this one. Like if there is order, then thereafter we have to use the conjunction to, and it becomes a combination of a verb and to, which means it became infinitive. To plus the verb's first form, it became infinitive, and that's what it means. The imperative mode is going to be changed into the infinitive mode. So like for example, he said open the door. Okay, if I say open the door, like if it is written, how it would be changed? He ordered, okay, to open the door. Now here, to open, that means infinitive, it changed into the infinitive mode from the imperative mode. That's what it means. Okay, now here you see pronouns will change accordingly. Like it would change, like the, sorry, the pronouns will definitely change. The way they are getting changed, pronouns will always change. Okay, if those are given accordingly. And the formula that you remember, that you should remember, is S1 1 2 3. One stand for the first person in the reported speech. If it is there, it will change according to the subject of the reporting verb. If there is a second person in the reported speech, or then definitely it would change according to the object in the reporting verb. And if there is a third person, then definitely there will not be any change, no change. Okay, understand that. Okay, you have to understand that. Then there is very much urgent point. Okay, we should remember, uh, if that is not used, okay, generally, but if it is getting used, suppose we are using that, what happens is, when we are making the use of that instead of to, makes it infinitive form, that makes it like a noun clause or something. But when we are using that as a conjunction in the imperatives case, uh, the next thing that you need to remember is, when you write the next portion, half of the portion, you have to use should with it. Okay, that means after like should would be used as a verb. Okay, or might can be used as a verb. Okay, remember that one. Basically should be used, but there is an option, like when we are using the, let me see whether I have given that in the next slide. Yeah, I have given that in the next slide. If direct speech is written by let us, if the direct speech contains let us as a combination, okay, if that is there, let us reunite, as there is one example, let us reunite. So then we can use, instead of infinitive mode, turning it into the infinitive mode, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use that with the suggestion like that. Then pronoun we have to use, then whatever pronoun is there, then should is getting used, and then the verb is used. Okay, so you should remember this thing. Whenever we are using that, then it comes with a combination of should or might. Okay, so remember this thing. This is one of the example. Keith said, "Let us reunite." Keith suggested. Okay, so suggestion is given. So Keith suggested that they should reunite. Like Keith is saying it to somebody which is unknown to us. The third person is there, so we can use that them. Okay, said to them. Then them will change into they, definitely. Okay, and one more example is there. I was talking about that. There would be two examples to let you know about it. See, I said to him, "Go away at once." Okay, in a very agitative way. Somebody must have said that. So that's why I ordered him. Okay, agitative way, in orderly manner, like in a very command mood, I would say. In a proper command, somebody said that I ordered him, then comma inverted comma removed by to. Okay, and it became infinitive, to go away at once. So that's the way we have to do it. Okay, and I think you must have gotten the point that I wanted to clear in this particular video, that you should know the concept thoroughly, and we're going to deal with some of the questions to know more about that, how to deal with each and every question of it. Okay, otherwise, without the practice, nobody can make any perfection. Actually, nobody can be perfect, but at least we can try to reach to that amount of that point of excellence, that where we can compete with somebody. And how can we compete? If we know every minute detail of the concept. Okay, so now conceptual knowledge about how to change the imperative into the infinitive mood, I have already given you. Then we'll see that in the next video. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna deal with the question number 1 to 4, or whatever questions that I'll provide you for the exercises. We're gonna deal with those questions, and we'll try to handle that one with humbleness and care. Okay, so thanks for watching. Subscribe English Lovers by Honeydee, and share my videos with your friends and family members, like who wants to learn English in a better way. And kindly keep on subscribing, let others to subscribe also, so that I should reach my ultimate goal, yet is to reach 1,000 subscribers, so that I can make the live videos and live sessions I can provide for my students. So God bless you all. Take care. Good night. Tata. Bye bye.